For 200 years, the entire global economy ran on a clock. The bell at the New York Stock Exchange rang at 9:30 a.m. and it stopped at 4 p.m. But what happens when that clock gets smashed to pieces? What happens when the heartbeat never stops? Yesterday, the NYSE tried to sell you an announcement. But you need to understand, this wasn't just some update. This was an admission of defeat. After years of calling this whole space a scam, the world's largest stock exchange just admitted they're moving to an on-chain system. This isn't progress. This is them weaving the white flag.
And here it is. This is the proof, the absolute smoking gun, the official confirmation that the entire U.S. stock market, we're talking trillions upon trillions of dollars, is being moved onto a blockchain. This is no longer a conspiracy theory. It's a documented, confirmed reality.
And this is the part that matters to you. For years, you've been patient. You've held on while they told you it was all a fantasy. Well, in the next few minutes, I am going to show you the exact timeline. The timeline for when the price of the assets built for this new system finally catches up to this reality. To really get the scale of what just happened, we have to rewind the tape a little bit. Remember March 2025, when NASDAQ announced they were moving to 24/5 trading? That wasn't just some news headline. No, that was the first crack in the dam of the old legacy financial system. It was the first time they admitted out loud that the 9-to-5 world is obsolete. Just look at how fast this is all happening. First, the crack in the dam with NASDAQ. And now, just yesterday, the floodgates have been blown wide open with the NSE going 24/7. You see the pattern, right? It's a straight shot, an undeniable path, straight to the 2026 endgame, the Great Reset. This timeline is accelerating faster than anybody predicted. This is why you need to be plugged in. Subscribing isn't about following a channel, it's about protecting yourself. It's about making sure you don't miss the exit signal when the switch finally flips. And this is just a perfect example of how they try to play you. They sold this as just extended hours. Come on, look at their own words. They call it a Tokenized Securities Platform. This isn't an update, it's a complete system replacement built from the ground up for a world that never sleeps. So let's be perfectly clear what this means. You see the term instant settlement? You know that whole T+2 thing where you buy a stock and have to wait 2 days for it to actually clear? Gone. In this new world, when you buy a share of Apple, you are not buying a piece of paper. You are buying a token, and you own it instantly on the ledger. But that's not even the bombshell. Not even close. Buried deep in their press release, they named their banking partners, the ones who are going to handle the money for this whole new system. And right here, this is where the entire secret architecture gets exposed for everyone to see. Okay, just follow the steps. It's so simple. Step 1, the NYSE names its partners, Citi and BNY Mellon, the big boys. But then step 2, we have public documents confirming Citi is already testing this exact system on the XRP ledger. And the final piece, BNY Mellon, they're the official bank holding the reserves for Ripple's own stablecoin. It's not a coincidence. It's a plan. Do you see it now? Do you see the picture? The New York Stock Exchange is not building some new system from scratch. No way! They are plugging directly into the rails, the pipes that have been secretly built in the shadows for years. The secret ledger is now live. And the scale of this is almost impossible to wrap your head around. We're not talking about some small pilot program here. We are talking about the entire U.S. stock market, over $100 trillion in capital that will now flow through these new rails. Look, by the time I can even edit and upload this explainer, the big money has already made its moves. This channel is for education, for understanding the why. But if you need the alert the second a document like this leaks, Telegram is for action. That's where the real speed is. And if you still have even an ounce of doubt, here it is, the final confirmation. This comes from the DTCC. These are the people who actually clear every single trade behind the scenes for the entire market. They just released this report saying they are actively driving digital asset acceptance. It's coming from the very heart of the system. It's open. So here is the absolute bottom line. The switch has already been flipped. The old, slow 9-to-5 market that your parents knew, it's officially dead. The new 24/7 tokenized market is live. The infrastructure is already here. This isn't the future anymore. It's happening right now. So what happens next as we barrel towards 2026? Well, first, all that money, all that liquidity is going to get fragmented. The old walled gardens of finance are going to be forced open by these new crypto rails. And this makes assets that were designed for interoperability, the ones that can act as a bridge between all these systems, they become absolutely essential. They are the oil in this new machine. The on-chain era has officially begun. So there's really only one question left, and it's the only one that truly matters for you, for your family, and for your generational wealth. With everything we now know is confirmed, is your portfolio, is your exit plan ready for a market that never ever closes? The flip has happened. You now know the who behind this new system, but you need to see the when. I break down the specific launch date for all of this in this video right here.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.